This is TTELT, Teaching Tips for English Language Teachers. I'm Dr. Gina Rhodes. Let's get started. We have a lot to tell you about this week, but before we get started with our interview, I wanted to tell you again about TTLT Talks because we're so excited about it. We've decided that each month we're going to lead a discussion for English language teachers on the last Saturday of the month. And this month, the first month of TTLT Talks, we're going to have it on January 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this week, this is going to be your place to talk about issues related to our field of English language teaching. And this is where you get to discuss your ideas. This first time, we really want to hear from you about your ideas for the future of TTLT, future episodes, future events. What would you like more of, less of with TTLT? So we'd really like to talk to you. So hopefully you'll come. We want to know what's important to you, who you would like us to interview, what you would like to learn more about. So please come to TTLT Talks and let us know what you would like us to talk about. And so in this, one of the main things we want to know from you is what you would like to focus on in future discussions, what you would like us to focus on in future episodes. So please come and share your ideas with us. We're pretty excited about these talks. So this week on TTLT, I'm so excited that we have Kyra Sage. She's at the Kyra Sage on Instagram, and she's got quite a following. If you haven't found her yet, I hope that you will go and check her out. She actually interviewed me at the Kyra Sage on her Instagram TV channel, and we had a lot of fun. And you can go there and watch the video of my interview. We talked a lot about how to improve our speaking. It was really great. And Kyra was my student when I was teaching at USC, and now she's got a really great project and organization going in San Francisco, and she's doing a lot of great things, which she's going to tell you about today. So let's find out. Hi, Kyra. How are you today?
I'm great, Dr. Rhodes. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
Yes, long time no see since, 2017?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to see you, and I'm really excited about everything we're going to talk about today. Why don't you begin by telling us a little bit about you?
Okay, well, thanks for having me here. I am a corporate language trainer here in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. And before COVID, I was driving around to places like Google, Yahoo, Sony, you name it. I was probably there teaching somebody. And now it's a matter of taking everything that I've known and done and converting it online.
Well, that's got to have its challenges.
Oh, yes. It's been a bumpy ride.
I can imagine. Well, I know today you wanted to talk to us about Notion. Can you tell us what is Notion?
Yes, for those of you who have no clue what Notion is basically like, imagine a Google Doc, but with like a lot more features and free as well.
Ooh,
yes. So yeah, it's basically an all-in-one workspace. It's really great if you're visual and you're low tech and you don't want to type all of that code. It's just a plus button. You select from a list and you can make anything with it.
Oh, that's amazing. How did you learn about it?
So I was first introduced by this UX design agency in Serbia called Bazan Agency. And we did a little bit of a business strategy workshop together. And that was when they presented all of my meeting notes in Notion. And it was cool because it was a multi-day shop. It was actually 3 days long. And yeah, by the end of the third day, they had a page for each day and all of the stuff we went through. And it was just voila, an all-in-one portal, all 3 days with all of our notes. And I thought that was super convenient. And it wasn't until I saw Doc Williams, who is known for his Build With Me series. He builds business ideas online while streaming on YouTube. And he did one about how to produce educational content on Notion. And that was eye-opener. Maybe I should try it.
That's great. And how do you use it with your students?
So for me, as the quote unquote solopreneur who has to take care of all business processes, including the teaching process on my own, I wanted the same experience. I wanted some type of all-in-one portal. Of course, I could create a Moodle, which is an open source LMS, but that takes a lot of time, and I don't have that right now. Life is way too fast. So Notion was the quickest, easiest tool for me to just put in my scheduling, a section for my scheduling, a section for their goals and making sure we're attaining that within a reasonable time frame. Putting some daily exercises, because sometimes for pronunciation, we have to work on developing those muscles just a little bit at a time. And then there's the actual homework, which would be a once or twice a week thing. And so getting those organized, getting our past chat boxes organized, and taking whatever from there and making sure that as a coach, I'm really going through everything that they need and to make something out of it for them. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And what do you think the benefits are of using Notion with your students?
Well, as I begin to scale my business, it's just making it easy for both ends. Here's a link. You can collaborate. I get an email to see if you've done your homework or not, without having to plug in any extra things on the tech side. And yeah, it was just so quick. It's so much better, and visually it's prettier than Google Docs. It's fantastic.
Well, can you show us? Can we do a share screen and you can show us what your Notion looks like?
So we'll just do a little overview of this learning portal that I created. It's got a little cover photo. She's from Taiwan. This is from Taiwan. I just could change a cover, just type Unsplash for all the free stock photos and type in, anything I'd like and change it there. So I've got our chat histories on Google Docs, but I could always make, here's the plus sign, a separate page and type it there as well.
Nice.
Really quick, really easy. So then we'll go into her goals section. It's all right there, making sure that when I'm done, I can check that off, especially she can check it off when she feels confident that she has completed that. It's all about going back to those standards of some sort. Scheduling, link to my personal scheduling page. Dictations, so I have movie clips and I get to embed it and make it as big. Let me just make this screen a little bit bigger and make it as big or as small as I want with this video.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Because it takes up a lot of space. I can click on the page and voila, there's my dictation for it. We've already gone through it, so there are no gaps there. We've got place for payments and a link for Venmo. Getting really visual with vocabulary is another great opportunity here with GIFs or with images that you can, of course, adjust the size to. For those of you who create syllabi or do any type of grade recording, they have templates. So let me just add a free page, for example. I can go to templates. So I don't track grades, but if you need to, there's an education section dedicated to everything related to us. Grade calculator, it's already plugged in. You just have to customize that a little bit. It's all visually just so nice. Quick and easy. For the free part, you can, if you have an EDU email for higher education, then you can get the pro level for free.
Nice.
And unlimited sharing, unlimited documents, unlimited everything. But if you're private like me, you can share it with up to 5 people. Then after that, you need to start paying.
Okay. That's great.
Oh yeah, it's just all in one. It's very visual, which is great for language learners, and it's just so fast and easy to make things.
It looks fast. It looks like, yeah, like I can see where it would be more convenient and faster than, like you said, Moodle. I love it. That's just great.
And then if you wanted to go back to your Quizlet that you did, you would just have to highlight everything, copy it, and paste it into Quizlet.
Oh, wow. That's
and you
cool.
could drop a link to your Quizlet, maybe at the top somewhere. And
Yeah.
you just type the link there.
I love it. That sounds really useful.
Yes, it is seriously the easiest. Let's go.
So what are some things you wish you had known when you started using Notion?
I wish I had automatically known all the little keyboard shortcuts so I could be even faster when making things.
And what are some of those shortcuts?
I haven't learned them yet, actually. That's just a goal, maybe.
Yeah.
Personal Notion goal.
Yeah.
But before learning this, I just didn't know. I mean, I was hesitant to use it because it's another thing to learn. There are so many new things and tools. I just wanted something that I was used to, like my Google products that come with my Google account. Right. But once I opened up to this, it's just, what was I doing before? It was so much easier.
Yeah, that's what I find. Once you take the time to learn something new, then you're like, oh, this is really useful. I'm glad I know this. But yeah, so it is finding, what are some shortcuts that you could tell teachers for getting started with this if they're hesitant? They're like, no, I don't want to learn something new.
Use the templates. The templates are there. That's really what was my gateway into this, was just looking at the fact that they do support educators. They have a whole page dedicated to educators and the types of templates that can support them and what they're doing. And I mean, on top of that, you can, each little page that you have, I don't know if you can see the top up here, it says it's personalized as a link.
Oh, that's great.
So there's an actual web page that we're looking at here if you ever wanted to turn this into an online course later.
Wow, that's great. It looks very handy.
Yes.
Okay, well, okay. Is there anything you'd like to add about Notion to tell us?
Anything else about Notion? Really, that it's just that the templates are great. It's really user-friendly. It's very visual. It's really quick to load any of the content, whether it's a PDF, you can sync it with your Google Drive if you need to, and have live feeds of your Google Docs, for example, if you choose that, rather than just a link that would jump to it. Yeah, you can sync it up with a bunch of other different, you can import, if you're a Trello user, you can import your whole entire, project management board and do it here, which syncs with your phone. So anything you do on your phone, on your computer.
That's great.
Yeah, it's compatible with a lot. So you can easily, make the switch if you want to. And the templates it's just fantastic.
It sounds great. Well, I hope that our listeners will enjoy trying it out and let you know how it goes.
Yes. And for a workshop, I'll be glad to answer any questions. I can give you my email if you need help starting your very first template of your own and how to craft into something that's useful for you.
You'll do a workshop and walk us through how to set up a Notion on February 8th at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time?
Yes.
I'm so excited. That's going to be great.
Yes.
Kyra, why don't you tell us some projects that you're working on?
Well, these days, I'm in the middle of making a YouTube series with a Pearson author, Michael Ross, and we'll be working on some business communication things. We're going to start with season 1 is negotiation. That'll be released sometime in January. And we're waiting for the English language learning journal that I'm making to drop soon. And yeah, those are some exciting things.
What is the English language learning journal? What's this?
It's kind of it's this kind of thing I've been putting together based on my own language learning struggles and also compounded with what my clients have been going through here in the Bay Area and getting them to really hone in on what they want. They want this English fluency, but they haven't pictured it. They don't really know what that means. They just know that they'll be good and their problems will be gone. And so this journal helps you to hone in on what you want, what success looks like for you, because a test score isn't going to satisfy you. It's not going to help you talk to anyone. Well, it will help with some things, but getting that job for sure. But there's life past that. And how would you use English? Because I mean, you could talk about biology if you were a biologist, but outside of that, what will you really be talking about? So it hones in on some of the things you want, getting a little metacognitive and sometimes very emotional at sometimes, but there are lots of journal entries. There's a way for you to take, if you're a self-learner, self-studier, then I've got some ways to just list some of the skills that you've got, reading, speaking, and all of the different activities you could do on your own to enhance those, and how to schedule that into your busy work calendar with 5-minute, 10-minute activities, just to boost you up and keep you actively thinking about your second language throughout the week.
Wow, that sounds fabulous. And where, if people wanted to get this journal, where would they find it?
Well, it will be published on Amazon, so look out for that there.
Excellent. So we'll find it on Amazon. Do you have, so where can teachers find you?
You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Instagram at the Kyra Sage. And you can always go to my website, languagehack.co.
Languagehack.co? Okay.
Yes.
And will there be links to this journal on languagehack.co as well?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So we can always find it on your website.
I will be posting it everywhere for you to see. Yes.
You can find it. Yes.
All the world. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being with us here at TTLT, and we're looking forward to everything that's upcoming with you.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and it's been a pleasure sharing whatever I know to help others.
Excellent. All right. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye. Have a good one.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sold. I think I'm going to have to try Notion soon. And I'm really looking forward to learning more about it in Kyra's workshop on February 8th. But let's talk about the top teaching tips that we learned from Kyra. I love that all the notes are together and organized on one page, so you and your students can easily figure out exactly where you are, what you've done before. I love that the chat history is right there, so you don't have to keep wondering where I'm like, I know I told my student that somewhere, where was it? But all the chats are right there, so you can go back through the chat history. The student can go back through the chat history. If you put notes in the chat during class, you can go back through those and check and see what was in the history. You can embed videos right there and photos. I love the way she did she showed how she did the vocabulary words with the photo right there. And like she said, just like you would for Quizlet, you have all the word and the photo, or word and meaning in photo. You could do all that. And I love that there was a template for if you're trying to create a syllabus quickly, you have templates for syllabus, and there's a grade calculator. So lots of things that are already there for educators. And plus, if you have an EDU account, which most of us teachers do, then you have the pro level for free. I think that's really awesome. So there's lots of reasons to check out Notion. And I do hope that you are now interested in it and you will come to the workshop and get some more hands-on training from Kyra on February 8th. As I mentioned, on February 8th, Monday, February 8th at 3 p.m. for her in San Francisco, but it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have Kyra tell us about give us some hands-on training on Notion. So I hope that you'll join us there. I'm excited. And of course, before then, we're on the 21st, I'm going to do my first workshop on lyrics training that I did in a couple episodes back. And so it's going to be Thursday, January 21st at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the second workshop, it's going to be the same workshop twice. So just choose the time that's better for you. But that second one is going to be on Sunday, January 24th at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a different time than I mentioned earlier, but my life gets in the way sometimes, so it couldn't be avoided. And so I had to change the time to Sunday, January 24th at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I do hope that you'll still be able to come if you were planning to come at the other time. And of course, if you need to convert the time, then please use worldtimebuddy.com or another website to help you convert the time to your local time. And of course, if you haven't already, sign up for all of the workshop, for Kyra's workshop, for this workshop, on our workshop page at ttlt.org. And I'll put the direct link, of course, for it in the notes. And also coming up at the end of January, we have our workshop with Katam and Maria, who are going to tell us about how they started an ESL club. And they're going to give us a lot of pointers on how to start an English or an ESL club in our schools. I'm really excited for that one. And this one's Friday, January 29th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for them in Los Angeles. So hopefully I'll see you at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 29th. And as I told you last week, Eileen is going to be doing a workshop on using music in the classroom. And that workshop is going to be Friday, February 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And 4 p.m. for her because she's in the Eastern Standard Time in Florida. So that'll be handy, right? And I think we're going to learn a lot. She's going to give us a lot of great tips on how to use music with our students in the classroom. And the last event for this month is on Saturday, January 30th. We're having our TTLT Talks, our very first one. So I know I mentioned at the beginning, but I wanted to just let you know again that you want to come. Hopefully you'll want to come to TTLT Talks and talk to us about what you would like to learn more about with TTLT and be able to chat more with your colleagues around the world and learn from each other. And of course, if you're enjoying TTLT, we do hope that you will, if you have the means, help us by going to our Patreon account, which is patreon.com/TTLT, or our GoFundMe account, which is gofundme.com/TTLT, or our PayPal account, which is paypal.me/TTLT, and donate. And like I said, every little bit helps. If you can't personally donate, maybe you can talk to a friend or a school or an organization or a business that has the means to donate, and talk to them about how important you think TTLT is, and maybe you can ask them to donate. Just an idea. And if you would like to work more with us at TTLT, we would love for you to join our team. Send us a voicemail at ttlt.org or an email at ttltinfo@gmail.com. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast and our YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, join us in our Facebook group, which is, of course, called TTELT. Follow us on Twitter at TTLT1 and on Instagram at t.telt. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. I love TTLT.